Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Thursday, May 6th. Welcome to Phuket Xtra, brought to you by PVC Phuket. Check them out on Facebook. A day after officials in Bangkok said Thais would have priority over expats in getting the vaccine for free, today Phuket officials announced that foreigners working on the island can register to receive the COVID vaccination starting next Tuesday through the Phuket Must Win web portal. The news was delivered during a 2-hour live online broadcast on Wednesday night by an academic from the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society. Expats with a work permit can begin to register on May 11th at the Phuket Must Win website, a link for which is in the description. They went on to say, quote, "The registration for expats working in Phuket will open on May 11th, but they must be registered under the name of the company they work for, which means the HR staff must register for them. Expats who do not work for any company still have to wait for the next phase of registration, which will allow foreign individuals to register by themselves." The official COVID-19 Information Center, Phuket, this morning began posting invitations for people to register for COVID vaccinations for specific areas, including Menkatu and Phuket Town. At the moment, Phuket has over 116,000 registered inhabitants, according to officials, and the plans for the island to open on July 1st to vaccinated international tourists is contingent on having 70% of the island inoculated against COVID-19 prior to that date. At this stage, plans are in place for Thailand to receive 3.5 million Sinovac vaccine doses this month, with Phuket slated to receive about 200,000 doses, but with cases continuing to rise elsewhere in the kingdom, there's uncertainty about when and how many of those doses would be available for Phuket this month. Meanwhile, in Bangkok, plans are in place to set up a vaccine center for foreigners in Bang Rak. Stay up to date with the latest at thephuketnews.com. If you've been convicted of drug trafficking in Australia but are a Thai national, congratulations! You too can be a cabinet minister in Thailand according to the Constitutional Court. Back in April 1993, young Thai soldier Manat Bopplom was sitting in a hotel room in Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, when it was raided by police, who had been tracking him and 3 of his associates for over a week in an operation dubbed Operation Drover. Manat was charged with conspiracy to import heroin into Australia for his role in trafficking 3.2 kilos of the drugs into the land down under. Facing 9 years in jail if convicted, Manat began cooperating with Australian police, pled guilty, and divulged details of the operation, which led to jail sentences for his associates. And Manat himself served 4 years, first in Parramatta Jail, then in Park Lea Prison, and was released on April 14, 1997, then quickly deported back to Thailand. All of this comes from court documents obtained and published in a September 2019 story in the Sydney Morning Herald. This brings us to today, as Manat now goes by the name Thamanat Prompow and is part of the Prime Minister's cabinet, holding the post of Deputy Agriculture and Cooperatives Minister. The current ruling Palat Pracharat party is run by a slate of now former military top brass, of which Thamanat or Manat was a part of. On Wednesday, the Constitutional Court ruled that Thamanat is qualified to hold his position despite having served 4 years in an Aussie jail in the 1990s. Thamanat, for his part, has previously stated that he was arrested, but insisted he was charged and detained for withholding information, not for drugs. Then later said he was holding flour and stated anything that happened in Australia or outside of Thailand doesn't count. The Constitutional Court only weighed in this week because a petition from 51 MPs of the Move Forward Party, the opposition in Parliament, who say that a drug conviction anywhere should be grounds for ineligibility to hold office in Thailand. According to the Bangkok Post, in its ruling, the court said for a jail sentence to affect Captain Thamanat's positions as MP and cabinet member under the Constitution, it must be handed down by a Thai court, not a foreign court. What are your thoughts on the ruling by the Constitutional Court? Let us know in the comment section below. Phuket Xtra will be right back after this. For the first time that all 3 challenges are completed, PVC Phuket will donate 100 life bags to One Phuket. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Over 1 billion baht is being earmarked for Phuket, meant for job creation projects and to support those left unemployed and out of income by the ongoing economic COVID crisis. The provincial government has received a budget of just over 1 billion baht under the national project to develop and support the quote grassroots economy, and must be spent on projects that satisfy at least one of 4 criteria: either to develop local products, tourist attractions and services, to support and improve labor skills, to improve the quality of agricultural products, and or to develop infrastructure to support economic recovery and development of the community. The local government has set a goal to help at least 10,000 people registered as unemployed in Phuket due to the COVID-19 crisis. At the moment, 18 projects have been proposed, according to the Phuket governor, and are now under consideration. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. 1,911 new COVID-19 cases have been confirmed in the kingdom today, which raises the total for Thailand to 76,811 cases since the pandemic began. 18 new COVID deaths recorded as well. The death toll is now 336. Fatalities include 13 women and 5 men aged between 45 and 100 years old, and 13 of them had hypertension, while the rest had other underlying illnesses, including heart disease, cancer, and even lung disease. 12 of today's 18 fatalities were people who had close contact with infected family members. 61% of the total case number has also recovered. Meanwhile, in Phuket, 18 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed on the island in the last 24 hours, which raised the total for the island to 493 cases since the start of April. 60% of those patients have already recovered. Most cases are in Wichit with 52, then Rasada with 47, Patong and Phuket Town with 45 each, followed by Changtele and Katu with 43 and 38 respectively. Since the start of the year, Thailand has recorded 5,514 people who've died on the roads in the kingdom, according to the Thai Road Safety Committee. During that same time, COVID-19 deaths have reached 271. Thanks again for joining us today on Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVC Phuket. Visit them on Facebook. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.